unexpected glory when you're winning. We're giving you the opportunity with DriveClub to do exactly that. DriveClub's been in the minds of Sony Evolution Studios for 9 years. A socially connected game where you can set up clubs with your friends and take on the world. So why haven't we done it before now? Well, basically, before the PlayStation 4, it just couldn't be done. There's never been a console with connectivity so rooted at the core of its hardware and the pillars of its design. With PlayGo, you can be up and playing in minutes. With Remote Play, you can play and be involved with DriveClub wherever you've got a Wi-Fi connection. The streaming features of the PlayStation 4 mean that you can watch your friends play anywhere you've got an internet connection. We're also looking to broaden the scope of PlayStation as a brand and bring out supporting applications on all major mobile platforms. This is a game where you're totally connected from anywhere, with anything you've got. Your PlayStation 4, your Vita, your tablet and your smartphone. It's fully integrated into your life. You can be connected to this game 24/7 if that's what you choose to do. There's always something to do and there's always a new experience. You can communicate with your friends and every single thing that you do is a bespoke experience that you put together with the tools that we've given you. DriveClub lets you do whatever you want to do. If you want to aim for the apex, go for it. You'll love it. Slide around every corner, showboating for the crowd, you can do that too. Sony Evolution have 14 years experience with bringing you the primary racing games across all PlayStation platforms. A DriveClub is the embodiment of all of that brought together into a social racing experience. But what if you don't feel like socialising? Well, there's loads of offline and asynchronous events for you too. Whatever you want from a driving game, DriveClub has got you covered. So how do we do this? Well, the clue's in the name of the game. It's all about teams, clubs and playing together. Being a developer is a great job. It's a lot of fun. And we have a lot of fun at work. Even though the game is only a little bit into development, we're playing it at night all the time because it's so much fun to play. All of the devs have different abilities in the studio. The programmers like the perfect racing line. The designers all go for the face-off zones to try and score as highly as they possibly can. Face-offs are one of our new features that you'll see on the demo, where you're challenged asynchronously by somebody who's already played the game, so that you can just see if you can beat their score. Those challenges are actually match made with you, so that you're always getting somebody who you're competitive against. As far as driving goes, I like to drift sideways or everywhere, covered in a cloud of smoke, wishing I could smell the burning rubber. DriveClub's not all about winning, so the different types of experience and abilities in the studio really works well. The face-offs and overdrives are challenges and little sequences in the game that allow us to actually feed you fame for just doing what you enjoy doing. Every time you're driving, you're winning, and there are absolutely tons of ways to win. So all of our disciplines have their own teams. As a matter of fact, if you're walking around the studio, you'll see loads of banners up saying about, which teams where, and if we sort of trespass into those areas, you'll get the usual kind of jeering that goes on when that sort of thing happens. There's all rivalries, and so basically we've been having a bit of an internal championship. The finale is going to be played by you here at E3. The two best teams in the studio are Spoiler Alert, which is run by internal QA. Now, of course, QA, all they do all day is play games, so they're pretty good. The other team is All Talk, No Traction, which is the handling guys from Sony Evo Studios. Now, of course, they invented a handling model, which basically means that they know how it plays. My team, like a boss, didn't make it. That's a career limiting move for some people, I can tell you. You decide the winners here at E3. The concepts have been tweaked slightly to make it so that it's the perfect E3 experience for you. But obviously we're going to be offering a lot more in the final game. You choose your club as you're walking up to the stand. Then you choose your car. Now we've got two types of car for each team, a supercar and a hypercar. The hypercars are really the most extreme cars in the game, so they take a bit more skill. The supercars will give you a better all-round handling experience and you'll be able to have lots of fun in them. They're absolutely awesome cars too. From these shows we've got the venomous might of the Hennessy Venom GT. 1600 brake horsepower in something that weighs as much as a tea bag. It's awesome. Then we've got the European might of the Audi R10 R8 V10 Plus and the Pagani Huayra. They're both awesome cars too. And then finally we've got a car which is special to me because it's from my homeland, and that's the McLaren 12C. The leaderboards, as you'll see as you're actually approaching the stand, tell you about the best times and the best fame earnings from the people who've actually played before. If you blitz the track, you're going to end up on the times leaderboard, and that'll be great. Take a photo, tweet it, it's all good. If you're just an average gamer, don't worry about that, just do what you do best. Try and do the face-off zones, you'll do great there. If you like to drift, that's all good. Slow and clean, you're getting through the sectors, it's all good. Anything that you want to do, you will be rewarded for. You don't need to be an F1 or NASCAR driver to be able to succeed in DriveClub. Each challenge lasts an hour, and at the end of the hour, the leaderboards are reset and we'll be uploading the winners to the Facebook page of DriveClub. So we make the biggest deal out of the coolest drivers. The big deal though is the swingometer. This actually shows you how the progress that you're making is actually feeding in the benefit of your club. And of course, you decide the championship. This is all a very small part of DriveClub. We're going to put in a service model behind the game. So when you buy DriveClub at the launch of PlayStation 4, you will be buying your way into a community which is going to grow. We're going to be feeding you live new content every week. A service model game is going to give you a fresh experience all the time. And we'll be monitoring what goes down well and changing that up as we need to. DriveClub is going to be a huge experience. But of course, we couldn't do this without the amazing graphical grunt of the PlayStation 4. Honestly, this thing is awesome. We've simulated clouds so perfectly that they could be used in scientific research. We've modelled the time of day so accurately that if you chose to, you could play a track at 4:22 AM in Antigua and it'd be perfect. The view distances go on for miles and miles. You look at the mountains in the distance and what you're looking at isn't map paintings, it's actually game landscape. You drive to them and then you can drive on them. Never before has there been anything like this in a game. We've even accurately modelled the position of the stars. Look out for your favourite constellations. And then there's the cars. We love the cars. The cars are the highest definition models ever used in a game. I'll tell you a little story about just how extreme these car models are. Obviously, being the game director, I go down and talk to the various members of the team all the time. I went down to see Neil, the lead car artist, a couple of days ago, and he was looking at one of the high definition car models that we had. I said, Neil, what are you up to? He said, I'm rejecting this car model. I'm like, what? That looks perfect. Why are you rejecting it? He said, the wrong size screw head has been modelled into the floor mat on this car. That is the insane detail that we're going in to make sure that you're getting a completely accurate experience of what these cars look like. So that's what DriveClub's all about. The bonds between you and your club mates and building a team that everybody's going to care about. Everything that you do benefits everyone in your team. It's the next generation view of social racing. We hope that you enjoy playing DriveClub as much as we've enjoyed building it. My name's Cole Rogers, and until I get the opportunity to talk to you about this awesome game again, I genuinely hope that you enjoy the experience of DriveClub at E3. Thank you very much.